Hello everyone, I think that I'm live now, so let's wait some people that are going to watch me today. My name is Nadya and I'm a Prima design team member. So today we're going to create a light and tender card with touches of mixed media. I can't show you the sample because I made these cards I think half a year ago, and one of them, it was a couple of cards, and one of them was gifted to my friend for her birthday, and one of these cards was gifted a few weeks ago for wedding. So you may just see them on advertisement. So let me show you. Now today I need 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use this paper collection, Midnight Garden. The name of this, it is one of my favorite collections. So just a few pieces of paper. Let me tell you dimensions. Not dimensions, I think that dimensions or size of these cards, of these papers. It's the biggest sheet is 10 by 21.5 centimeters. Hello girls. And the second one is a little bit less. It's 9.5 and 21, but it's not principal which size you will take. Just take that size that will be good for your embellishments, to put everything on your paper. So let's start with white gesso. As I'm going to apply some pastes and some paints on my scrapbook paper, I need to cover it with white gesso first to protect my paper from water, from paints, from pastes. So if you're making mixed media projects using scrapbooking paper, you should have in your stash clear gesso to protect papers from liquids. I think that this one we don't need to cover with white gesso, because with clear gesso, because we don't put on that paper nothing, just this piece. Sorry, I'm somewhere far away from reality today. As you see, I added in advance sewing machine stroke on my paper. When I'm not lazy, I like to add this stroke because it makes project more tender, more nice. But sometimes I don't want to take my sewing machine, so it's a matter of taste. If you wish, you may add. If you know how to make, if you have sewing machine, you may add it. If you don't have, you may do not add it. Let me clean the table. and let's dry it. Sorry, I forgot to switch the sound. So all the notifications on my phone, you know, here as well. When you're applying white gesso, after this you should dry it, not white, clear gesso, sorry girls, clear gesso. You should dry your paper very well, because if it isn't dry enough or totally dry, it won't work as it should work. Someone can't hear me. Tell me girls if the sound is good, if you hear me well, if the picture is also good. I haven't asked you, but now I see that something. Hello girls. And this one too, because I put some clear gesso on this sheet, but I don't need it to put it. I just made a mistake. And now let's distress the edges of paper a little bit, just with scissors, with anything sharp that you have. Maybe it could be a knife or a special tool. Sometimes I like to distress edges when I'm making cards, because it also gives nice how to say, shabby and messy, a little bit messy look for the cards. So it depends on which result you want to achieve. Oh, so many comments, and I just missed them. Let me read something. Sometimes I just have to wait when on YouTube, so I can use. I think that I missed a lot. Okay, the sound is good. That's fine. Sorry for this sound. It's not very pleasant, but I'm sorry. Okay, well, it's still soft a little bit, and I think it's like a little bit wet, but I think it's fine. Are you excited by the new Prima release? I think that everyone is really excited and people waiting for new collections. Let me find the stencil. Where? Here's the stencil that I'm going to use for some places. Look, let me tell you about composition and where I'm going to apply some texture paste. As a main element, I have this frame. I cut it from I think With Love collection. So I am going to put it somewhere here, I think, and all the elements will be on this side. So I need to apply texture paste through the stencil to make it visible in some parts, but I'm not going to apply it everywhere on my paper, only in those places where my composition will go. So as my flowers and leaves and other elements will be somewhere here. Wait. For example, so I need to apply texture paste somewhere here and maybe here. So these two corners, and I think that maybe this one, should be empty without any paste to make, you know, like air in my project. If I put texture paste everywhere and paints everywhere, it could be make my card, you know, like looks heavy. But I want to make it tender. So my paste today is paper texture paste, and I need a silicone brush or palette knife, anything you have, and just take a little bit of this and start to apply in some places. Don't forget to leave this corner and this corner empty without a paste. Let's see what we have. Here is the result. Prima stencil, and now we need to dry it properly. Oops. A really unique product to have. Some mess with comments. I'm trying to read them, and very easy to use with stencil. I love the texture of it. You can make it any color you want by mixing. Yes, you may mix any paint, any acrylic paint, any powder in texture paste, and have any color you wish. And I think that this paper texture paste is one of my favorite. After drying, it has a very nice texture. It's it's not, you know, like flat. It's how to say, I haven't talked English for 1.5, I think, months. I forgot it. Let's see, it's like, you know, it's greedy. It's not flat, it's greedy, and I like the texture of it. And I remember that I forgot to prepare some laces that I need for this project, but I think that you may wait me for a minute while I'm unpacking my boxes. Give me a second, girls. Okay, I found it. And now I want to add some embossing powder using stamp. It is Finnabair clear stamp. Small but very nice. And now I need a clear embossing pad. Just to make project more interesting, the texture more attractive. Just a little bit. I'm going to stamp in those places where my texture paste already is. Like, you know, in those places where paper and texture paste just connecting these parts. Now I need a piece of paper and embossing powder. I'm going to use this one. It is Totally Teal, the name of this. It is Wow Embossing. So only a few, how to say, only in few places I put this stamp, not everywhere. I'm trying to leave these corners empty without any pastes, any paints and powders, just without anything. And now we need to bake it. And while I'm baking, I want to find one more stamp. Do you like using embossing powders? I like. I like very much. And now one more stamp by Prima. It is also from Finnabair line. and I want to take some brown permanent ink and put in some places. I'm also put this stamp in those places where is already my embossing powder and my texture paste to connect these parts. So here is texture paste, here is embossing powder, and somewhere here I'm going to put stamp, just like putting layer on layer of different mixed media products. Also not everywhere, just in few places. So here it is. And let's add some paints on it. I don't remember which one I used on my cards half a year ago, so I am sure that it was some of these two. Maybe it was Magical Pond, maybe it was Mermaid Sparkle. We just see it, which one would be better for this project. They are both very beautiful colors, and I really like sparkling effect of this spark paints. As I have clear gesso here, so I may feel free to add some water directly on my paper, and just look how beautiful it starts flowing. If you don't have permanent ink pad, first you should put paints and water, and then in the end, if you have only, for example, say distress ink pad, you should leave stamping to the end. So let's try it. Yes, you may use them forever if you use them as I use them, just mixing with water and adding some touches to the project, because you need really small amount, just few drops of paints to mix them with water. Let's see what we have. It is light teal with silver touches, so looks very nice. Now I think that we may start. No, I have here some molds that I painted with black gesso in advance to save our time. and I want to apply some waxes on it. It will be white pearl and emerald. Just a little bit on your tip of your finger, and then with light touches I hope you may see it well. Look how beautiful. Very soft, very tender color that how to say, applies very smoothly. If you use your fingertip, you just applying on only on rice places. If you using brush, you just covering almost all the surface, even the gaps and other parts. But I want to just add some touches to leave this black visible, as a lot of my embellishments are light color. I want to add something darker on my project, and I decided to add some clay shapes covered with black gesso and with touches of wax, and then a little bit of emerald, really beautiful color. I don't know, but I can see comments in a good way because they don't go down automatically. Maybe I push something, click on somewhere, and now it doesn't work good. So thank you for all your comments. I'm trying to make everything quickly, so I can't read them all. I ran out of baby wipes. I have only 2 last, and they're not wet already. I forgot to buy them. Let's see what we have. So looks very nice together. This pieces is made from Prima Molds. I think that this molds was from the first releases when only Prima started to produce them, so I even do not know the names of them. Prima has a lot of different molds. They are really nice and versatile. You may use them to decorate furniture or small how to say, small projects like flower pots or jars. Let me show you my latest jars that I made. Just one mold, just 2 jars, one wax and one paint, and very nice result, I think. And also you may use these molds to create some scrapbooking projects or home decor projects, so I like to use them, and I use them really often. So let's start to glue our composition, but first we should put some elements together to understand where and what we're going to glue. Here are some flowers that I cut also from this collection, and here are some leaves that I also cut from this Midnight Garden collection. Here I have embossed chipboard pieces that also are covered with embossing powder. This was also wow, sparkling snow, I'm not sure if they are in focus, and iced silver. Here I have some flowers, and this pack of flower, I'm not sure which one I'm going to take, this darker or lightest. They're both are beautiful, but I will decide later. And I have some laces. I need to cut some pieces of this. When I'm starting to working with composition, I need to put everything that I have around me to know what I have. It's easier. So let's start. When I'm starting, again, all comments somewhere. Thank you about my jars. I'm really happy with them. Sometimes I like to do something nice for my home. When I'm starting working with composition, the first element that I'm putting on my project is the main element. It is usually it is the biggest element that I have, or the, how to say, more attractive element that your eyes can catch on the project. So here my elements will be you know, frame and flower, I think, and starting to put, I'm not sure if you see it well. As I mentioned before, my composition will go on this part, and it will go not how to say, strictly in one line. Just I want to make it like one part will be here and one part will be in the center. Then we may put flowers somewhere, and now we may understand when where to put other elements. All those branches, all those leaves, flowers, butterflies. So just not very precisely, just put it somewhere in some places, just to understand where to move next. how I'm saying on my every life, we need to mix elements with each other. What I mean, we have here some chipboard pieces, some flowers, not flowers, leaves and flowers from paper, some flowers that are dimensional, some laces, and we need to mix all those elements with each other. For example, we put clay, then we put some paper elements, then we need to put for example chipboard piece, then again we put in paper elements. So I think that you may understand what I mean. So let's glue it. Then we may glue these leaves. So girls, do not put glue everywhere, just in few places, to make all those leaves how to say be I lost the word, be lifted on your project, not flat, because we're not in the kindergarten when you know, kids put glue everywhere and just make all their projects very flat. Here we need to make a bouquet on our card, so glue should be not everywhere, just in few places. I need to lift my frame a little bit, so I need a piece of chipboard or piece of cardboard, everything you have. I have leftovers from the chipboard. I don't throw them away. Let's try if 2 layers will be enough. I think it is enough. Or maybe we may put 3 layers of chipboard to lift this frame, this side as well, to make it look more airy, more dimensional. And this side. I don't want to put glue on the frame at the moment because I want to add some other elements. Here maybe we need even 1 more layer of cardboard to lift up our frame. Let's see. what we have here. We need to put some those flowers here, and so many things to put together. Maybe, yes, let's put this frame on glue, and then some flowers. I think that almost every element I'm trying to lift up with some pieces of cardboard. If you don't want to this cardboard would be visible, you may just put some maybe small pieces of lace or something like this inside, but I prefer to use chipboard bits and pieces. So let's lift butterfly a little bit. And some chipboard here between two beautiful branches. And maybe it's time to glue this part. I think yes, we may put it. Just layer after layer, just element after element. Now maybe something. It's time to put our main flower, and maybe to see what we are going to put next. Okay, let's put this flower. Then this one. One more branch. Don't be afraid that some elements are almost invisible. They are all very beautiful, but something may be invisible. Don't be afraid about it, because when your project will be ready, it will be very interesting to look on it, to trying to find some interesting elements somewhere inside or between other elements. And try to take elements that are different with their structure and materials that they are made from. For example, chipboard, clay pieces, maybe some laces, flowers, paper elements. I think that we may cut this for 2 and put something here. Don't glue this biggest flower, because we will glue it in the end. Thank you, girls. Make sure you're following us on social media to catch glimpses of all of our new collections. The most interesting time when Prima is starting making sneak peeks of new collections. I think a lot of people are very excited these days. So if you want to see them first, stay tuned. We need to prolong our composition this side too, so maybe few branches should be somewhere here. Let's put our flower back, but without glue, just to understand where to put other elements. Okay, these leaves could be here. And this chipboard for this side, and maybe somewhere some small leaves. I had windows. I need to find something. If you look on my cards and the advertisement, I have there some branches with how to say, what is this, with crystals. I had there on my previous cards, on the first one, something from old Prima decorations, and here is, I don't know what is this, no name, branches, but I think they will be good as well here, just to make it more interesting. I would love to put some, wait, we need to find a good place for this piece. I think that I need let's put flower here, and this goes here. And our big flower on its place. And this small round, okay, I don't know where to put it. Just wait with this. Thank you, girls. Making a bouquet on the card or any other project is, you know, like meditative process. Meditative but very interesting. Maybe sometimes I need tweezers just to put some details inside. Okay, let me show you closer what we have at the moment. This is still not glued. And maybe it's time to glue this flower, because I think that we'll have almost all elements. While glue is not totally dry, we may lift any element. Let's put it there, under, and just wait, just a drop of glue to put this clay element on its place. Thank you. I'm very happy that you like it. I have here a little quote. Oh, my love. We will put it somewhere here, I think, or maybe here. I will think about it. I want to take some satin crystals. I'm not sure if I have. Yes, I have these crystals that I glued for those cards. This is from Bella Teal. It's not Bella, it's the Zella Teal collection. I'm sorry. And just few pieces here and there. Let's put them somewhere here and there. They are sticky, but anyway, I'm putting a drop of glue. And maybe this dark one. I forgot to put one more thing. Wait, please. I need to find it. I have here some threads. They're like, I don't know, with glitter, or how to say. And I want to add, sorry, I want to add them too. I just bought them in sewing store, in my local sewing store. Just take a little bit. I'm not sure if I may add them somewhere at the moment, but I think that. So let's just lift something up, put drop of glue and wait, and add this. It's, I forgot the word. It's not a thread. It's not a needle. What is this? What is the name of? Someone tell me the word. Okay, metallic thread. That's okay. And a little bit more. Somewhere here. I prepared all the main elements and forgot about all those tiny things. Let me show you again. Needlework, decorated needlework. Maybe. Let's glue these two parts. You see, when our card now have darkest edge, it is more, how to say, more beautiful, more dimensional. So let's glue it. You may lift a little bit edges of upper paper, just a little bit here and there. And now we need to add some glitter beads, maybe some. Let's find something pretty. I think that I don't need these two elements. Let me see where we will put all my love. Sometimes it's very difficult to find a good place for I'm not sure if I want it. Let me take maybe some beads. Some nice color. And Here I have soft gloss gel. And I want to glue all those sparkly elements using soft gloss gel. And I need a brush, but not very good. Take an old one. Just a little bit glue here and there. And sprinkle some beads, micro beads, directly on the project. And some glass glitter by Finnabair, also here and there. And maybe these micro beads. I know that girls love all those sparkly things, and maybe a little bit of glitter, also by Finnabair. And maybe now let's make some splatters. Let me show you closer. Everything that is not sticky at the moment goes from my card on my table. Let's take this one, because it's darker than I used before. Where it was, where it is, the first one was mermaid sparkle that we applied on paper, and now let's take this magical pond. Let's take a tiny brush and dilute it with water a little bit. Maybe one more. Some splatters here and there. And maybe let's make white splatters as well. Splatters gives additional dynamics, I think, to project. The consistency should be like, you know, sour cream or something like this. Maybe a little bit of white gesso somewhere on the flower. And now let's glue it on our base for finished look, because with card base it will be more beautiful. I made it, but I lost it. No. Okay, I made it in advance. Also just a little bit more than my darkest paper. So very easy card, but very nice. Everything that you need is to have how to say, patient to cut all those elements. Be careful now, because if splatters are still wet, but I'm sure that they are still wet, so here it is. Here is our card. I hope you like this. All those beads going down. Thank you girls, thank you for being with me today. I wish you a good mood, a lot of inspiration, to be creative and have a lot of fun from making your projects. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you.